Now, this is just one of his parts machines here. It's been beat to death. Look at that. Been pulling on it with one tooth, and they just destroyed the back end here. It's welded up all to hell. And then they went ahead and removed the hydrostatic drives here, and they lost, whoever was working on it lost them. So the undercarriage is still pretty good. Tracks, sprockets, stuff like that. But I want to check this thing out here. I'm going to go ahead and do an equipment overview. This guy's got so many cool things out here. It's not even funny. I'm not even sure what this is. It's an old hay machine of some kind. Look at that. Military tires on it and everything. And look at that seat. Look at that. Can you imagine driving that thing? Oh man, oversized lawnmower. But look at this thing. This is what I mean, there's some other cool stuff, but look at this. All-wheel drive. Water tanker truck. I was asking him about it, and he says he uses it for firefighting around here and stuff. I mean, you know, big old beefy transfer case here. It's got the front end. Right there. He says it's got an old Detroit in it. But man, this thing is just so cool. Got all the brownie boxes. Look at the shifters. One there, two there. It's not rusted out or anything in there. Good old truck. Closes like brand new. Let's take a look. That's an International, is what it is. Well, it may be one of these. Oh yeah, same one as the one that's in my compactor, non-turbo. 6V53. Still has the fire pump on it. Look at this thing. Look at that. Oh, it's an old Onan. got this old girl, old farm tractor. It's a John Deere 7520. Four tires. There we go. Alright, well, let's move on to some other stuff here. Yeah, that's pretty cool too. He's got so much stuff. It's not even funny. I mean, he's just loaded with stuff out here. He's got this old camper. It may look like nothing, but man, it's an old classic and stuff, the way they have it set up in here. The windows are knocked out on it. Look at this old camper, man. That's just like a house. I mean, this thing is cool. I mean, this is one you can pull behind your car and everything. I'm not sure what it is, what year. I mean, obviously the animals have taken over and stuff, but I mean, you don't find trailers that look like houses very often. This thing is just, I think it's cool. Could fix it up and make it nice, but man, would it take a lot of work. He just bought 12 more acres, I guess, up over the hill over there. And he acquired some more stuff. A hi-ho and a couple other tractors and some other attachments and stuff. Look at this old Kenworth here. Man, she's an oldie. Butt Brothers Construction, New Mexico. Yeah. Old winch on her. Another low boy right here. We got a. Look at that old girl. Damn. Still pretty straight though. Yeah. This is a 2-axle. Yeah. And then you have this sucker here, which this is a northwest. Not quite sure what. It's a gas engine though. Hasn't been registered since '94, so she's been sitting here a while. But he just collects these things, you know. Tinkers with them. Looks like there's a wasp nest nearby here. But man. Look at this sucker. Look at that. Pretty good sized crane. That's a pretty good sized hydraulic cylinder right there. Well, you know it's hydraulic cylinder. So this has got a motor in it. I don't know what kind. This is what drives the front of it. That's pretty cool up there. It's pretty good sized cables. Well, can't get in. But we can get here. Oh boy. Can you imagine driving that old girl every day? Whew. Wow. That's pretty cool. An old Chevy Vega. I think this is one of the things he got with that land, I think, too. An old bus. Look at this sucker. He's got an old drag line, too. That is sweet. Man, look at that. I mean, you know, there's certain work that a drag line can do and an excavator can't. Believe it or not. Don't know what it is. I think it's maybe a P&H or Bucyrus, but haven't been able to find anything, so I don't know. But there's your chair. So you would sit here in the chair. There's the chair. And operate that sucker. Look at that. Can you imagine having those big old gears running right behind you all day long? Got an old cat. That thing is just massive, that motor. It's kind of the same thing as my the engine in my grader, but the thing is, this is a 6-cylinder and not a 4. But I mean, it's still pretty rust free. And that tiny little thing right there is the exhaust. I mean, it's not even an inch and a half out of that big ass engine. There's a big old gear down there. Okay, we're going to go look at some more stuff. We'll go look at those too here. Can you imagine if that was yours right back through there? It's crazy. Wow. This is so awesome. I mean, that goes back a good long ways. Back there. That's all his. And up over that way too. This used to be an old coal mine way back in the day. And a quarry for the town too as well. I guess that's a bunch of stuff that he got off of that one property, that 12 acres, right there. But then he also got, I don't know if he got the case or not. I mean, look at some of this old stuff, man. Look at this old case. There's the heck hydraulic pump, or I don't know what the heck that is. There's another case gauge. Wow. Oldies, look at that. Look at this thing. Yard Track Deluxe. I don't know what the heck that is with the little snowplow on the front. Little mower deck. This thing is so small. It's not even like a riding lawnmower. That thing is tiny. But it's got a lot of steel on it though. Look at this. I don't know what the heck that is. It's a hand crank. Well, that's an oldie. Whatever that is. Look at that. Whew. Man, that thing is cool. That case. Old F-100. She's about had better days. Oh wow, that's an old grinding. Look at that. Ran by belts and a shaft. Huh. That is sweet. A whole bunch of transmissions. But I guess this is one of the things that he got off of that property when he bought the property. Just an old case. Tracks are just about done. I don't even know if you'd even be able to get tracks. That sucker's Tracto shovel. Track Motive Corp. Is it gas or diesel or what? There you go. Hose clamp for your pen. Small bucket. It's an Alice Chalmers. She still runs though. I heard it running earlier today. But can you imagine sitting in there working that thing? I mean, you can't even hardly see or move. Got all of these heavy big things around you. Can't even hardly friggin' operate. This one's just a little bit too claustrophobic for me. HD6G. John Deere backhoe. I might have to buy one off of him later. We'll see. Because I'm going to need one for digging some stuff. Let's check this out over here. This is all coal. Well, not all coal, but coal and rock. That kind of thing. Look at that. Man. That is nice. Look at that. Whew. Oh, man, he is one lucky man to have all this. There's stuff down there too, look. There's a couple of old walls down there. You know, Carl, he's been here for a long time, so anyway, a lot of history. So here's some of the big stuff he's got. This one here's a D8H. That's pretty good size. Oh yeah. Can you imagine rebuilding that? Not only that, they welded that whole front end piece on there. So, I don't look factory, but it's got good undercarriage on it though. They spent a lot of money on the undercarriage. Wow. Single ripper. I bet you that sucker does some ripping. It's an old case. That is a big, heavy motor right there. That thing's huge. Just a little case, 850? Looks like a 350 to me. Looks like they got their spare tires on there. Put a pipe in place to keep the track tension on. Case. Yeah, I think that one is a case, not a Cummins. Look at this old hop tube. 6-cylinder gas. Warner and Swazi. Man, looks like they broke that thing off. Welded that back on a long time ago. What an interesting piece, huh? Western Machinery. Well, here's a big old 988. Looks like the head's newer. I mean, this thing's just a big, huge beast. Can you imagine? Look at this thing needs to be cleaned up, man. All the hydraulic oil everywhere. If you blow a hose on this, man, you're going to be covered. Look at that one leaking like crazy. Oh boy, yeah. She's been leaking a while. Pins welding in. Yeah, she's old. That's what happens when things get old. Look at that sucker. Welded in there. Definitely not a production machine no more, and I wouldn't even use it for production machine, really. It's too, bumpy and lopsided, and I think this might even be an A model. It's got a pretty good sized bucket on it though. Holy smokes. I mean, this sucker is huge. Wow. There's another D8H. I think this one's an earlier one, I think. Can't really tell. Blades are about the same, pretty close. Undercarriage looks really good on it. Same kind of... No, I think this engine's different a little bit. Look how big this cab is. It's huge. Well, this one here's got like a two shank ripper. I don't know. Big one either way. I mean, look at the size of the block on that thing. That is something. I mean, these tires are maybe 8 inches shorter than me. Okay, let's go check out some more cool stuff. What else does this guy got? I don't know what was down here. Let's see. An old bridge of some kind. Looks like he's got an old screener. Possibly an old screener down there. Look at that sucker. Wow. Man, that thing is an oldie. Woo, is that baby old. Glad I came down and looked at it. Maybe an old cat. Well, I can't quite tell what that is. Maybe Old International's got gas on one side, diesel on the other. Probably an Old International. It is. Right there. IH. International. That's what I figured it was, because International did that back in the day. So he was doing pit run back here, it looked like. Look at this thing. Problem is, this stuff would need too much work to get going again. Jeez. Yeah, there's the rock tailings right there coming out the back. Alright, well, let's go check out some more stuff. Plenty of tanks, huh? Oh, wow. Old Dodge back there. He's got a... Yeah, we'll get over to that track loader here in a minute. Old Ford winch truck, spring axle. I mean, look at this. Old springs. This guy's got tons of stuff. Boy, I would say this is where they live in the winter. 32,148 miles. Don't know if it's gas, diesel, or what, but she don't have much mileage, but she's old. Look at this old Dodge. Jeez. Living in here pretty hard. Let's see what else. Got a whole bunch of motors. He's got another track loader over here. Whole bunch of snow plows. Whole bunch of scrap iron. Got big old I-beams up there. Old. beds. Dump bed over there. An old draught skid shovel. I was actually going to buy one of these one time, but I never did. I think he wanted like $3,500 or something. But I was like, you know what? Probably not. I don't think you can get any parts for these. I don't even know what kind of, it's an international 4-cylinder. Look at the size of that frickin' ram, jeez. For this small thing? 2 springs for down there. Holy shit, that's kind of a boy. What a setup. Snowblower. Right? No. Mulcher. That's what that is. That sucker there's designed to take trees down. You can see the wood. So this thing will grind up trees and stuff. Old F-150. A bunch of miscellaneous parts and stuff. Let's see what he's got over here. He's got just tons of stuff. I don't know if I could have this much stuff because it'd be just, I'd want to fix it all. Get it all running. Make it look pretty. What the heck is that? Tractor Motive. Deerfield, Illinois. Wow, that is some... Look at them hydraulic rams on the back to lift up the shovel. I think that's like a... Yeah, driving this thing... Yeah, I don't know about this one. There's some rams there. But yeah... This one would not be a real fun one to operate. That's probably why they didn't make a whole lot of them. Okay, what else? Cummins? Looks like an old Cummins. Or is that an old cat? I can't tell. Let's see. Yep, Cummins. Old Cummins. And then here you got a 4-cylinder Wisconsin. Is that a water pump? Damn. Probably still good there. And of course, that looks like this is John Deere. I don't know if that motor's John Deere though. Rockford powered takeoff. Waukesha diesel. Holy sheesh. I don't think I've ever seen a Waukesha diesel. It looks almost like a Hercules almost. Don't know what this is, but she's definitely older than old here. And you see that belt going from one place to another. This has got to be older than, was it an old crane or something? Look at this, is a wooden wheel with a wooden block that's adjustable. Rockford. Yeah. I don't know why they would make things like this so complicated looking. Don't know. Old Witch. This is a Vermeer, but I mean, these are a dime a dozen. I mean, this isn't that old. Right, an 80s model. M450. Oh wow, you get to sit on the side on this one and operate the backhoe. No wagon over there. Man, I'm getting stickers everywhere. Let's see what else we got. An old Chevy. Looks to me like a 350. Old Ford. Here's the 70s, and here's another old Ford. Doors look good. Ain't no mice living in that one. Clothes is good. That door looks good. Well, we're getting close to the end of the haul here. Look at that sucker. Man, this sucker's old. 96 is the last time it was registered. Surprised. Really, this thing is super old here. Ooh. Chevy. Viking 60. Holy crap, man. Look at this old thing. Golly. Was that a 2-speed rear end with a, look at that air shift. And look at that drive shaft that's bent. I thought it was bowed, or naturally, but it was bent. Wow, that's pretty sweet. Snowmobile. It's an old winch. Oh my God, an old boat? Holy. My God, what is that? You've got to be kidding. I have never seen anything like that in my life. What in the heck is that? Wow, that is some interesting shit right there. Old water tank. I bet you he's got the tires that need to go on my grader. 1224. Yep. 1224. Those are hard to find. Oh, these are 1424. I need to get rid of some of these. I mean, some of them are pretty good. Golly, another 988? Holy crap. I guess this must be his parts machine. This one doesn't look like it's welded on as much, but it don't look like it has a whole lot of use. Looks like it just sits. Those are some super small hydraulic rams for this loader. I am surprised that it even uses them. High pressure though, because it's got big piston in there, so big ears. This one actually doesn't look all that bad. You never know. This one probably hasn't been used as much. It's probably what it. Oh boy, you got it torn apart on this one. That's what's going on here. Got the sucker stripped. Look at that old thing. These must be scraper tires. Well, can't say when he's probably going to get back to this one, but it's just sitting there open. Probably been sitting there a long time. I don't think so. You'd have to pull it. That's probably why she's sitting. And this must be his scrap iron pile. Some sort of cheesy dozer blade, and then there's like some sort of little pumpkin axle. What the heck that is? An old lift. Yeah, if you just scrap that out, wait for the scrap to go up, right? Look at all these tires up here. Batteries? God dang. Wow. This, oh, it's an old rock crusher. Cedar Rapids. Barbed wire fence. God dang, man, it just goes on and on. Spare tires. You need some spare tires. You got plenty of spare tires. Engines. Came out of a truck, they just cut the frame. Not sure what that is. Oh, here's an old. What is that? Cat? Yep. Old cat. D330. Mm-hmm. Old Detroit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-cylinder Detroit. '53. Ripper teeth. He got it all, didn't he? Blowers. Detroit stuff. This must be his like Detroit pile. A scram? The heck? Shram. Oh boy, that's an oldie. What is that? Yeah, that's an air compressor. Old air compressor. Cabs for the. That looks like a 988 maybe cab. I don't know. There you go, radiator. Diesel tanks. I don't know. Old generator maybe? I don't know. Looks like it. Old generator. Man, that thing is small. Little 4-cylinder flathead. Damn, that thing is small. I mean, look at that. Super small. Hydraulic rams. Freaking electric motors. God damn, look at the size of those electric motors. Look at the size of that electric motor. Holy, that's a big electric motor. All electric motors. Damn, that thing's huge. Westinghouse. 60 horsepower. .440 volts. 471 amps. That baby puts out some juice. Or sucks in juice, one of the two. Shit. thing there is so big. That's an electric motor. God sakes, man. Last but not least, a loader. Which this one here looks like it runs. Probably using it not too long ago. John Deere 544, A model. And some old dump trucks. Cab over. And that is it for the tour of this old construction equipment. It's pretty cool. A lot of cool stuff. And there's mine right there. Okay.